Hi everyone, we are here today for a special edition of a thrift store, Pets on Parade. We are here at our Central Thrift Store with Senior Manager Kelly Ellis. Kelly, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for coming over.
And Kelly, you have a really interesting story of how you got started here as the manager at the thrift store.
I do. I actually started as a volunteer about 3 years before I joined the thrift store staff. I began volunteering because my daughter needed hours for school. And
how old was your daughter when she started?
Was 12 years and 1 day.
That's awesome.
Because 12 is the age where we're able to take volunteers with the thrift store, with HSTC. Yeah, so we started with the cat area and socializing with the cats that we have in the store, and we moved to cashiering, and then we moved to the back in terms of pricing, and I just stayed with it. I ended up coming in 3 days a week, and
we were always very excited. Like you just knew everything here. You really ran the show, so it was really good to have you and your daughter.
It's such a fun place to volunteer. You really get to know everybody, the customers, the other volunteers, the staff members. It's sort of like a second family.
Yes, and you know, our thrift stores, we really couldn't run without our volunteers. So it's an amazing place to volunteer. People always make friends. I know a lot of our volunteers have they meet here and then they end up going out on the weekends and hanging out.
Yeah, to put it in perspective, so the thrift stores run very lean on staff. And I think, for a lot of them, it's a great way to get out of the house. It's a great way to socialize and meet new people. We keep it fun. We do, we're so appreciative. I know we've done everything from barbecues to we had a great Halloween party.
That was fun.
Oh my gosh, there were great costumes, and actually almost all of it, whether it was piecemeal or the full costume, came from the thrift stores.
Yes, there's so many different things, especially for the holidays, that you can find at the thrift stores.
Absolutely.
So if someone was interested in becoming a volunteer, either at the thrift store or at the main shelter, how do they get started?
So you go to our website, hstc1.org, and there's a volunteer form that you can fill out, and somebody will reach out to you, and we have an orientation where you learn about all the different opportunities for volunteering. So that's the first step.
All right. And yes, and as you mentioned, volunteers can be as young as 12 years old, and 12 to 15, you just need to be with an adult. So, and that's just, how you guys got started, which is pretty cool.
It is.
So I have been here at the thrift store in the morning before we open, and I see there's just certain days where so many customers are knocking on the window and looking in, and we open at 10 and it's like 9:59 and they are just lined up waiting to come in. So what's special about those days?
So we do different specials on different days. Now, first of all, our merchandise changes every single day. So just by itself, we get people who are in here 3 or more times a day just looking for what's going to be different. But we do have the specials that I mentioned. So Mondays, we have 25% off all of our boutique clothing. On Tuesdays is our senior day, so 55 and over, there's a 25% discount on everything in the store, and I can't believe that 55 is senior days. And Thursdays, we change those tags, so they're different colors that go on sale, and a lot of our regular customers know that.
So they're all here like Thursdays for the new sales.
Waiting. And the last thing, and it's a little bit more specific, is on Tuesdays and Fridays, we change all of the costume. We add a lot more costume jewelry into our case, and we have people who wait just to see what's coming in the jewelry cases.
That's pretty awesome. And every time I come here, I end up leaving with a cart full of stuff. Like, I already have a cart full waiting for me today, and I'm gonna go buy it because it's cheap, it's good quality stuff, and like you said, everything is so unique and different. Like, you just don't know what you're gonna find here.
This is true. I never really spent time in thrift stores until I started volunteering here. And I had a preconceived notion as to what would be in those stores, and I couldn't have been more wrong. I mean, I walk into other stores now and my jaw drops, and I'm like, I had that at the thrift store for, a fraction of that price.
That's
so
awesome.
it is it's a really great way to shop, and you do become addicted to it.
And on top of shopping, what else can they do here? Which I think is my favorite part of our thrift stores.
100% is. We are truly unique in that we adopt cats out from our thrift stores. And last year, both thrift stores together, we donated. We adopted out almost 100 cats, 96 to be exact.
That's amazing.
And that's the reason we're really here, is to raise money for our animals and to help our animals find forever homes. So it's great, and we really encourage people, even if you don't intend to adopt yourself, when we have volunteers there, when we have staff, please come in and say hello to the cats. We really want to provide as much socialization as we can, and it's just a terrific interaction for them. But that's truly what makes it special, and that's why all of us work here. It's not the merchandise so much. We love our customers, we love our volunteers, but we love our cats.
And that's really good because, if you're having a stressful day, you can just stop what you're doing, go into the cat area and just cuddle on some kitties and then get them adopted.
It is. It's just absolutely.
It's an amazing thing.
And we definitely bond with the cats that come here. I mean, even if they're only here for 3 days, we're like, oh.
Yeah. You get to know their personalities, and then you get to see firsthand who's adopting them. And then a lot of times those are regular shoppers that end up adopting our cats. Then you get follow-ups and pictures, which is so rewarding.
And it truly makes everybody's day here. It just it just makes the day special.
Yes. So if somebody wants to donate, how would they go about that?
So we accept donations from 10 to 4 every day, barring special circumstances. But from 10 to 4 every day at both stores. If you have large pieces of furniture that are on a first floor, we actually do have a truck that can go out 3 days a week currently. So you just call one of our thrift stores and we can go ahead and schedule that. The numbers are on the website, or you can look us up through Google.
All right, that's amazing. And then what kind of items do you accept here?
We take a little bit of everything as long as it's in clean, sellable, workable condition. So electronics need to be current, but they can't be, rusty. They have to work. They have to be the quality that you would walk in and buy yourself. We get clothing is our #1 seller, and that includes shoes, which we have a hard time keeping on the rack. They fly out.
You have really nice shoes here. You do.
Handbags, jewelry, costume, and otherwise. So that's our #1 seller. But household goods, if you're looking to have a dinner party or a holiday or something, we are the right place to come to for dishes and for specialized things like that. Furniture, we get some of, and it's, we generally try to make sure it's in very good condition when we put it on the floor. So condition is everything for us. And, I think our customers appreciate it.
Yeah, and the best thing about donating to the thrift stores is that all the proceeds go directly back to the animals in our care.
And they are tax deductible.
Yes, they are. So, it's just rewarding. You donate your items and you are helping feed and care and love on the homeless animals at the shelter.
Yes.
So you do have very exciting news starting the new year.
We do have very exciting news. We are expecting in late January or February to move to a new location. We are going to be growing to twice our size because we do get so many donations.
That's so exciting.
It is, in Wedgwood Commons. So it's at the corner of US 1 and Indian, right next to Bell's. So we are super excited. And there'll also be a bigger cat area with a window for the cats to look out of. So we're happy on that front too, that we'll be able to expose people to more animals up for adoption.
I'm very, very excited about that. It's going to be a huge thing for our shelter animals and shoppers to be able to have a bigger, more accessible store as well.
Absolutely.
So what are some of the more unique or unusual items that you've seen here over the years?
Well, we get something new every day for sure, but I had a woman come in and hand me her engagement and wedding ring. She was getting divorced and just no longer wanted them in front of her. Even we've had highwayman paintings. We have some really cool art that comes through. And actually, just last month, we had a woman who donated a bunch of Lego sets for adults. We had people coming in who'd never been in the store before because they heard we had them. And that raised over $1,500
Wow.
just from Lego sets for
Wow,
our animals.
that's
So
amazing.
you just never know what's going to show up in the store that day and how much it can really help our animals.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Kelly.
Thank you for coming.
Yes, and if anyone's interested in visiting our thrift stores, just stop on by any day between 10 and 5. And you can also learn more on our website, hstc1.org/thrift. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks so much.